Welcome to the Certification Practice Channel. We offer high-quality, realistic practice exams for the IBM Certified watsonx Data Scientist Associate Certification, created by experts and verified against official documentation. Our platform at certificationpractice.com is free to use, so you can test your knowledge anytime during your prep. Now here's something that catches most candidates off guard with this exam. You might assume a data science certification focuses heavily on building and tuning models. But 1/3 of this entire exam, 33%, tests your ability to prepare data before any model gets built. That's pre-processing and feature engineering. Candidates who dive straight into model theory often struggle because they've underinvested in the foundational work that actually determines whether models succeed or fail. Stay with me to the end, and I'll show you exactly how to structure your preparation so you're not one of them. Here's an immediate insight you can use right now. This exam tests applied reasoning, not memorization. You'll face 61 questions in 90 minutes, which gives you roughly 90 seconds per question. That sounds comfortable, but many questions present scenarios where you must connect a business problem to a specific data science technique. If you're used to definition-based questions, this format requires a mental shift. Practice thinking through why you'd choose one approach over another, not just what each approach does. So far, you've learned about the exam's emphasis on data preparation and its scenario-based format. Let's dig into what you actually need to master. First, understand that pre-processing isn't just about cleaning messy data. You need to know when to normalize versus scale, how to handle class imbalance through oversampling or synthetic generation, and which encoding technique fits different categorical variables. One-hot encoding, label encoding, and target encoding each have specific use cases, and the exam expects you to recognize which fits a given scenario. Another critical area is exploratory data analysis, which accounts for 21%. This isn't about making pretty charts. You need to demonstrate that visualization leads to actionable decisions. Can you look at a correlation map and explain which features to investigate further? Can you identify distribution patterns that signal potential bias? That's the level of thinking being tested. And here's something candidates often overlook. The exam covers translating business objectives into data science solutions. This means understanding stakeholder needs and framing testable hypotheses. If a question describes a business goal, you should immediately think about what success criteria look like and which analytical approach aligns with that outcome. This isn't abstract, it's practical business reasoning applied to technical work. Let me address a common blind spot. Model evaluation metrics like precision, recall, F1 score, and AUC appear throughout this exam. But the questions don't just ask you to define them. They ask you to choose the right metric for a specific problem type. A classification task with imbalanced classes requires different evaluation than a regression problem. Know when accuracy misleads and when recall matters more than precision. For logistics, you have 90 minutes for 61 questions. You need 43 correct answers to pass, which is 70%. Use the review panel strategically. Flag questions where you're uncertain and move forward. Spending 4 minutes on a single tricky question steals time from 3 questions you could answer confidently. Let's bring this together. The candidates who pass this exam share a common approach. They spend significant time on pre-processing concepts because that's where the weight is. They practice scenario-based reasoning rather than flashcard memorization. And they understand that every technical choice connects back to a business outcome. Remember that 33% weighting on data preparation I mentioned at the start? That's your signal for where to focus your deepest study. When you're ready to test your knowledge, we offer realistic practice exams for the IBM Certified watsonx Data Scientist Associate Certification at certificationpractice.com. Our content stays aligned with the actual exam and is kept up to date, so you can benchmark your readiness before exam day. Good luck with your preparation.